Thank you for watching another video today on Money Madness. My name is Blair. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Help me to get the word out there, the word onto the street, and help the people do better with money. I'd like to talk today about financial planning in a broad sort of way. Now, when you think about it, we are all financial planners in a way, because we all have to deal with money. Every single one of us has some kind of financial plan, even if it's not a very good one. Even if it's just basic bill paying and, checking account stuff, ATM withdrawals, stuff like that. That still qualifies as financial planning. It's just very basic. So the field of financial planning, or, money management in general, basically comes down to 6 areas. And let's go over those right now. What do you say? Okay, the first area is cash flow planning and debt management. The second area is investment planning. The third area, insurance planning. The fourth area, tax planning. The fifth area, retirement planning. And the sixth area, estate planning. So let's start with number 1, and that is budgeting, cash flow planning, and debt management, things like that. This is the area I personally like the best, because I feel like you can help the most people in this area, because it's really the most basic, and it's not only the most basic, it's the most foundational to everything else. It all starts with money in, money out. How much debt do you have or do not have? Hopefully you have none. And budgeting, that's where it all starts. And so that's the first area there, is cash flow planning, budgeting, and debt management. The second area is investment planning. And this mainly, for most people, it's going to be, mutual funds and stocks, maybe bonds too. You can get into more things. You can get into precious metals, crypto, real estate investing. You could have a private business. But for most people, it's going to be probably, at work, they're going to have some kind of retirement plan, like a 401k. And that's going to have a selection of mutual funds that you're going to choose. And that's as far as, I don't know about most people, that's as far as a lot of people go with investment planning, but you can dive in much further. And I think when a lot of people think of financial planning, they think of investments. And that's one part of financial planning, but it is not everything. Albeit it is an important part, as they all are. The third major area of financial planning, and I'm not sure I'm going to go in the order that I originally gave them, but insurance planning. So we all have to have insurance, and it kind of comes in 2 varieties largely. You got your property and casualty, which is normally home and auto. So you're going to cover your home, with a homeowner's policy, or you're going to cover your rental. If you're a renter, you're going to cover it with renter's insurance. And then if you drive, which you probably do, if you live in America especially, and really worldwide, cars are pretty common. You're going to have an auto policy, and that's going to have little subsections, a lot of little subsections within the policy itself. So primarily home and auto for property and casualty. Then you have on the life and health side, you have life and health. So you want to have health insurance so you don't go bankrupt over medical bills. And life insurance, it really should be called death insurance, because that's what it is. It comes into effect when you die, but it sounds nicer to say life insurance. So that's kind of in a nutshell, insurance. There's many more types of insurance, but those are the basic ones there. The fourth area of financial planning is tax planning. And I just did my taxes today, and they're pretty simple. My taxes are pretty simple. Our tax code is by no means simple. It is as complex as it gets. And really, it's kind of oh man, that could be several videos in itself. But it's kind of a burden to have to comply with this tax code this monstrosity of a tax code that we have in America. But anyway, we have to do it. And we got, income tax, there's a state tax, alternative minimum tax, there's a generation skipping transfer tax, there's gift tax. Most of us interact with just the income tax. But we do have a tax system here that we have to submit and comply to, render to Caesar what is Caesar's, right? So tax planning really is very important. It kind of encompasses its tentacles spread into all the other areas. Now, let's see, what are we on now? The fifth area is retirement planning. And this is you could look at it as financial independence planning. And retirement planning is, you got your 401ks, your 403bs, your 457s, your IRAs, your Roth IRAs, taxable brokerage accounts. That's kind of the stock market related stuff that's traditionally thought of as investments for retirement. And you also have Social Security. You could have a defined benefit pension if you're fortunate enough to have that. I did cover that in a previous video. Medicare coverage for your medical, or you might have an employer provided medical. There's all kinds of things to look at for retirement planning. And it doesn't necessarily have to be based on age. It's based on, do you have enough money to retire? And do you have, medical coverage? So do you have enough income and assets to retire? And do you have medical coverage to cover yourself in that area? So that's retirement planning. The last area, which is probably my least favorite, is estate planning. Why is it my least favorite? Because it has to do with death. We are all going to die, and it's the least pleasant to think about, but it is necessary. And normally people, they might consult with an estate lawyer. You don't have to. There are some programs you can use that you can draft your own documents. But, basically like wills, trusts, powers of attorney, executors of the estate, things like that. And it's at least good to have a will in place so you don't die what's called intestate. And everyone has an estate plan. If you don't have a will or any kind of instructions, then the state where you live, they will decide how your stuff is split up. So that's those are the main areas of financial planning. And I'm not going to say that it covers every single area of money, but it covers most of it. And those are the classes that I study for my financial planning designation, the Charter Financial Consultant, CHFC. And so it's money is very broad, and it's really, even for a financial planner or a CPA or anybody like that, it's hard for any one person to know everything. It's pretty much impossible. So it's good to have a team on your side that can help you with your money management and your financial planning, or you can, learn as much as you can on your own too. That's good as well. All right, those are the main areas of financial planning and money management. I do want to thank you for watching my video today. And I look forward to giving my next video. God bless. Have a good day.